Alright, welcome everyone to the Nod Mr. Crac deck. So this is basically almost exactly identical to the Pathlogon Nod deck, which is Venom instead of Buggy. I think, I'm like pretty sure Pathlogon also played Kane. Because, why did Pathlogon play Kane? Like, it's not like this deck was weak to tank because it had Shade, so I don't remember why he played Kane. But I feel like Kane was good in the deck. But yeah, we're going to be playing Seth and Buggy. I think that the Buggy is a massive weak link in this deck. Like, I think the Buggy is really bad in this deck. Kane for Pitbulls. Yeah, maybe. The deck was super weak to Pitbull, so yeah, that might have been it. Like, the Pathlogon deck was very weak to Pitbull, so it probably was Kane for Pitbulls. But yeah, this deck is just so bad against so many things. This deck is really bad against Orca, because you basically just have Laser that fights Orca, and Buggy is super weak to Orca. This deck is really weak to tanks, because again, the tank shock is going to fuck you up, because Buggy as your answer to heavy infantry is awful, and then tanks are going to kill your Buggies, and Shade is not going to carry you against that. You're also going to lose to Giga Cannons, because Giga Cannon with laser protection is going to beat Shade, and then Buggy's never going to get through the lasers when there's a Giga Cannon in play. So I think the Buggy is like a huge weak link for this deck. I just don't like, if Buggy is your answer to shocks and flames, then you're probably going to lose most of your games. This is not a heavy anti-infantry unit. It's not good enough as your secondary or primary anti-infantry. Just rifle Buggy is very, very weak. I think this deck is really, really bad against heavy infantry. Wheel Flame is better than Buggy Militant in this deck. Yes, I think Wheel Flame would be better than Buggy Militant. I think Buggy, like, if you're going to play Buggy, you want to play Scorpion Tank with it. I think that's the best way to play Buggy is to have Scorpion Tank. And then you can even open Buggy. Like, opening Buggy with Scorpion Tank in your deck is pretty legit. Because that's just, like, you want to make Buggy and then bait people into making Pitbulls and Bikes and then use the Scorpion Tank to kill them. Without the Scorpion, I think the Buggy is just very, very bad. Anyway, we're going to play the run with the deck as given, but I can already tell you right now that as a way to upgrade the deck is just get this Buggy out of here, man. This Buggy's so bad. This Buggy's so much worse than, like, a Chuggy would be as well. If you had Chuggy, you could Chuggy laser against a bunch of stuff, and that's very legit. But Buggy is just so bad. Buggy is so bad in this deck. Also, Venom. Venom gives you way more outs than Buggy. So yeah, anyway, I think the Buggy is the huge issue with this deck. Let's play some games with it, but that is, I can already tell you now that to improve the deck, get the Buggy to be a real anti-infantry unit, because the Buggy is such a beating.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Alright, I probably could open rifles. Probably could have opened rifles. Oh, what's up, Mike? Thank you for the prime. We're up against Andy, who I'm hoping is not a Giga Andy. Okay, so already our deck is weak. Flamers are a very common unit in this metagame. Like, Flamers and Shocks are very common, and having Buggy as your answer to them is just terrible. Are we going to rage like Mr. Crac after a loss? We are not going to rage after a loss. That is not going to happen. Alright, so opponent is double harvester. Already the Buggy is just such a garbage unit. Trying to like chase down Flamers with Buggy is so heinous, man. Here comes Bikes. We don't even have a punish for this. Like, this is the thing about Buggy. You make Buggy, people are often going to make Bikes or Pitbull against you, which is why Tank is so good, because then you can make the Tank in response. But this deck just has nothing. Like, my opponent makes Bikes, we have no way to get value out of the fact they've made Bikes. We just have to make our own Bikes, and then also try and use Buggy to fight his Flamers. And there's a Giga Cannon, which we were hoping not to see. Obviously gonna have to make Shade immediately. Hope that we get the kill here. Alright, so we did get the Giga. Why are you not moving, Shade? What is wrong with you? Are you dead now? Good job, Shade. I don't know why the Shade just hung out. I don't know if I must have misclicked, I guess, because I thought I'd ordered the Shade to move. Yeah, I mean, you can, like, it's just so bad. Like, trying to use Buggy as an answer to Flamers is just awful. What's up, B-Wheat? Thank you for the prime. We're just in spamming cheap unit mode. And then there's another Giga, which is a problem. Oh, it's so hateful, man. And this guy's like I mean that is not how you play Giga Cannon. Like this guy is a very bad Giga Cannon player. A good Giga Cannon player would be such a beating for this deck. I guess we can drill pod. Maybe take the back pad with the flamer. Yeah, I mean, the buggy is so bad. The buggy is so bad in this deck. Alright, we're definitely going to go rifles first. We should have gone rifles first last game. I think this deck for sure wants to go rifles first. Although actually with barracks opening, it's pretty hard to be weak to a rush. So maybe it's fine to go harvester first. Enemy buggy. Uh-oh. We're going to go for the laser and try and get the 2v1. He doesn't look like he wants to do it. That is a lot of buggies, my dude. That is a lot of buggies.
No problem. Your commander don't just move like you're not revving the engine. Your command.
Buggies do pretty good damage to bikes, so I'm doing the retreat in between shots against the buggies. I don't want to take a bunch of damage on my bikes. Now we bike mirror, the classic Nod experience. Pretty sad he has flamers. I don't really want to fight flamers. Seems like this is going to be a common part of my life now. It's having buggy and being sad my opponent has flamers. I don't even think buggy is like a terrible unit. I just think in this deck the buggy is awful. Alright, well, easy win. Bike mirror king over here.
Enemy base destroyed.
Am I planning on playing Ram again? Absolutely. Ram is the future, my guy. Oh, I'm getting Pitbull Rush? That is surprising, I have to say. You don't expect to get Pitbull Rush, that's for sure. Pitbull Rush has to be just the worst rush in the game. It doesn't even know Rhino, it's just Pitbull Dog Rush. What an absolute free roll of a game. Man, those shock troopers were right in time. Right in time to eat shit. I kind of think this deck might be better if it opened with the buggy, because like buggy is a good unit at the start of the game. So the longer you wait to make your buggy, the worse it gets. But then you have rifles. Like, there's no reason to open buggy and then have rifles. So you could actually the deck might be better if it was buggy flamer. Like, having no 10 cost unit is terrible, but that's how bad I think the buggy is in this deck. I think it might genuinely be better to open buggy and have flamer. This guy has a lot of pitbulls for a man who does not have a harvester. And an Orca? Does he have a secret harvester that I don't know about? He must do, right? He must have built a harvester at some point. There's no way he could build all this stuff without a harvester. What am I doing this game? Actually, what am I doing? I don't know what that missile was. I hate to see Orca. Orca is gonna be insanely good against us. Like Orca to kill buggy. If we have to use buggy to kill stuff ever, and then he has Orca, which just counters the buggy. It's just really bad for us. Yeah, he has the shocks, which is something we have to use buggy against. So this matchup actually just looks very bad. Like we're super weak to Orca shock. Oh my god, I just misclicked so many times. Well, there you go. Couldn't really. Well, I could have beaten Orca Shock. I just misclicked a bunch. But Orca Shock is definitely a rough matchup. I actually just totally zoned out at the end of that game.
3, 2, 1. New objective available. Let's go. Harvester ready. Unit ready.
Laser squad, weapons charged. A glorious death. Wood lasers kill them. We follow you.
Unit ready.
As he desires. We're ready to give your command. His lasers will for the Brotherhood. Take a kill. Kill them all. Laser squad. I will hit them with his will. Kill them all.
There's a lot of dogs, man. That's an absurd number of dogs.
Unit offline.
Looks like we're going to be facing probably shocks again. I also just realized that if we play against snipers, our deck is absolutely... Like, our deck is even worse against sniper than it is against shock. Because a sniper with some blockers, like, we actually just... We have nothing. Like, because we only have buggy and rifle. There's no way we can ever beat sniper. I just don't... Like, honestly, I don't want to be a hater on the buggy even more. But I don't understand how anyone could ever think buggy is an acceptable anti-infantry unit. Like, if you like, rifle buggy as your anti-infantry is just awful. Like, just horrendous. And Seth does not make up for that shortcoming. Like, it's just awful, man. It's just awful. Seth is not a suitable replacement for actually having a real anti-infantry unit in your deck. Gonna win this game just because GDI is so much worse than Nod. This was a classic case of GDI just being terrible and Nod being insane. Just spammed shitty units at my opponent and he couldn't fight them.
Objective complete. Field control.
Haybone. What a great name.
New objective received. Harvester ready.
For the crystals. What's needed?
Blind double harvester K-Bone.
Militia here.
What a mad lad. Maybe I should gold league drill pod his base. Maybe that's the solution.
What's the
Flamer, you hate to see it.
Get down.
I really wish this buggy was a chemical buggy. Or just a, like, I mean, I don't really want to play Venom, but it would still be better than buggy. But Chuggy would clearly be the best. In fact, if you played Chuggy instead of buggy, then you could play Inferno instead of Shade, and then you'd just have the best deck in the game. Because you'd just be playing Chuggy Inferno. Mutant Marauder, cool. My only answer to Mutant Marauder is Rifleman. So that's a good spot to be in. Trying to kill Mutant Marauder with Rifleman. Look how long it takes to kill a mutant with a Rifleman, by the way. That mutant went all the way around my Rifleman, and I lost one model. Look at how garbage this matchup is. He just has one mutant and I just can't kill it. That's it, man. I'm like, there's one mutant on the field and I'm done for. So stupid. Literally have to use my commander power to fight Mutant Marauder. He responds to Drill Pod with Jade Missile. If he was smart and handsome, that's what he would have done, Noid Hack.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Leonard. That's not really a normal way to spell Leonard.
Harvester ready.
War Factory opening. We're going to see the Mighty Rhinoceros as first unit. We are seeing the Mighty Rhinoceros as first unit. Amazing.
We'll hit them with precision. Just laser squad, ready for militia. No stopping.
Building online.
We're going to see a second Mighty Rhinoceros.
Laser squad, power and precision.
Just the one Mighty Rhinoceros today.
As he does
Your command launchers will bust their dial.
Oh shit, snipers. I don't want to fight snipers. Snipers are scary.
ready for anything.
I have to use Buggy to try and fight Sniper. That feels bad.
Lasers take good. Shred your command. Brotherhood is right. Fill 'em with holes.
Get him, Buggy. Preferably today.
Advancing. Revving the engine.
But you know, whatever.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
Striker ready to roll.
Unit ready.
Your command.
Nuclear weapon launched.
I do not see me having a good time in this game. Like, snipers with pit bulls in front, that feels like it beats my whole deck.
Launchers getting missiles. Getting built. Advanced launchers will
Unit offline.
burning rubber.
Unit offline.
What do I have against pit bull? There's nothing, right? My deck is pretty bad against pit bull. I have, like, laser.
Fires.
That's literally it, man. Like, laser is my anti-pit bull unit.
Your command. Striker ready to roll. Your command. No problem.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Striker ready to okay. Your command. Revving.
Unit offline.
Striker ready to roll. No launchers will bust it. Your command. Gonna break for the burning. Missiles will smack. Okay. For the revving the engine. Striker rolling out.
Building online.
Yeah, my deck is truly awful against pit bull. Like, just genuinely horrendous against pit bull.
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline. Unit offline.
Attack boy. Striker ready to roll. Kill your command. Missiles will smack. Red gonna brain him.
Enemy ion cannon activated. Unit offline.
If I win this game, it's just going to be a classic tale of Nod is better than GDI again. Because there's like, not like my deck is just bad. My deck is just bad against his deck. But Nod is just so much better than GDI. Just make bikes against everything.
Mission accomplished. Establishing battlefield control.
Skeletor. Skeletor plays Rivals.
Objective received.
Not too busy fighting He-Man.
Harvester ready.
I don't really know what Skeletor and He-Man got up to. I assume they were enemies, but I never really watched He-Man, so...
Unit ready. Unit offline.
I don't really like scavengers. Like, encouraging pop capping is miserable. Like, I don't want to kill his rifles whilst the scavenger is nearby. Because I don't want to give him the money. I guess I should make Buggy. I'm so sad that I have Buggy in my deck. I don't know if I've mentioned that already, chat, but... I'm really sad about this Buggy. I'm just not sure what this deck is good against. That's like I'm playing it a few games now. I can't imagine an opponent's deck where my deck is favored. Like what do I beat with this? What am I good against? I don't have good anti-infantry. I don't have good anti-vehicle, and I don't have particularly good anti-air. So I'm genuinely not sure. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be, like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be good against with this deck. Yeah, He-Man, my brother watched He-Man, because he's a little bit older than I am. He-Man was pre-Blade.
Field control.
Eugene,
3, 2, 1. New
it's
objective.
your boy, Eugene.
Harvester ready.
How old is Black Razor? He's ancient, as old as time itself.
Unit ready.
Laser squad, weapons charging. We're ready to serve. Avenge me, brother. Militia here. We're ready to brother. Lasers destroy the G. Lasers charge. Militia here. We're ready to serve.
Building online.
Just kill his will.
Unit ready.
Buster Doyle.
Older than the oldest hills, as old as Janka.
Unit offline.
We're gonna brain him. Launches will
Unit ready.
Ah, Giga Cannon. Well, you hate to see a Giga Cannon. You really hate to see it. This I think is the thing that pisses me off more than anything else about the Giga Cannon. Look at this. That is a hard counter. The Laser Troop is a hard counter to the Giga Cannon. I didn't even half kill it. Not even half. I sent a hard counter at his unit and I didn't even half kill it. He just like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm just gonna kill your fucking laser with my Giga Cannon that doesn't even counter it. Because Giga Cannon is so broken. Just doesn't even need to kill the right things. You just kill the wrong targets and you still win very easily. So stupid, man. Fuck this unit. Actually, fuck this unit. He's going a second Giga Cannon. Fuck this guy. So stupid, man. Fucking hate this thing.
I make Giga. I make stuff in front of Giga. I use
Yeah.
Osana. I pro play. Pro player.
Yeah, that's true when I said it as it is today. Look at this bullshit. I've only made infantry this game, pretty much. And he made 3 Giga Cannons to fight only infantry. You know why? Because Giga Cannon is an incredibly broken unit that you can make versus everything and it's still good. Oh, it's so stupid, man. Like, fucking hell. 0 skill, actual 0 skill unit. And it's killed my buggy that wasn't even close. Actually 0 skill unit. This is literally the epitome of 0 skill. It takes no skill to play this unit at all. and it just beats everything. It's so unbelievably broken. I fucking hate this unit. And because we don't have balance patches, no one can fix it. This is also, I was saying at the start, like, you're not going to beat Giga Cannon, because Shade doesn't beat Giga Cannon, and this is why, you can see. Like, even with a unit that's supposedly supposed to counter it, it doesn't do shit. Like, the unit is just so fucking busted. Absolutely ridiculous, man. It annoys me so much.
Deploy missiles will destroy the Giga. Unbelievers will suck. You'll come on. Further missiles will smash them.
Actual no skill.
Resistance is sounds. Kill them all. You're so shit.
Like, this Shade does not... Nothing beats Giga Cannon. Not really. On a good Giga Cannon map, Giga Cannon beats everything. It is the most... I honestly think it might be the most broken unit in the game. Like, on the right map, it just beats absolutely everything. There are no counters to a Giga Cannon on a Giga Cannon map. It just beats everything in the game. As long as you play lasers and phantom with it, it just beats every single thing in the game. I've pretty much just made infantry this game as well. And I'm still losing to an anti-vehicle unit, in air quotes, anti-vehicle. So dumb. Actual zero skill unit. Actually a zero skill unit.
Mission failed. 3, 2, 1. New mission received.
Like, laser is supposed to hard counter Giga Cannon, but Giga Cannon wins 1v1 easily.
Harvester ready.
For the crystals. No stopping. Destroy the
Unit ready.
Bring them to their
No boost on Shade makes it hard to catch Giga. That wouldn't matter, dude. Like, wouldn't matter at all. You boost the Giga, it boosts the Shade, just dies quicker to the lasers. Seth was useless that game. Seth is useless most games, let's be real. Seth is not good anymore. In this metagame, Seth is bad. Like, Seth is not a good commander right now. Hasn't been for, well, since the last patch. Like, Seth has not been good in, like, 2 years, because that's the last time we got a patch.
Revving burn. Your command. Like ready to root.
brotherhood is rising.
Revving the engine.
Unit ready.
Skedaddling. A cat dancing buggy and a gun.
Unit offline.
Rising.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
The brotherhood is rising. Buggy, you're gonna shred 'em.
Unit ready.
Position. Looking at Gush. Ready to serve.
Unit offline. Nuclear warhead launched.
Oh, this deck is just terrible. Like, this deck is just bad. Like, the buggy is just an unplayable unit in this deck. I don't know what this deck is supposed to be good against. It's just like I cannot conceive of the opponent's deck where this deck is good. There are no decks that are weak to buggy, bike, rifle, laser. Like, that's just not reality. And Shade is just not a good unit anymore. Shade is like fine minus. Hasn't been good for ages. Feels like Shade is the only like semi-expensive, reasonable unit in this deck. And Shade just isn't good. So yeah, I think this deck just sucks. Like, I've played quite a lot of games with it now. I think this deck just sucks. I think it's just a very bad deck. In terms of fixing it, like, just replace almost every unit. The deck is just bad. You've got to get rid of the buggy. Like, you absolutely have to get rid of the buggy. The buggy is complete trash. The buggy needs to be something that doesn't suck.
Nuclear missile launched. Enemy base destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
I'm getting bike rushed.
Unit ready.
How exciting.
Militia others move out.
I'm Seth. Just Seth.
Unit ready.
Move. You'll come up. Kill them all. Destroy. Lasers. Kill them all. We're ready to serve. Laser squad. Ready for anything. What's needed? Lasers. As militia here. You'll come on. Taking position. Lasers. We'll hit them.
Harvester ready.
Lasers. Lasers move them apart. And lasers charged. For the brotherhood. His will moves with us.
Man, if I had a chemical buggy in my deck now, I think this game would already be over. But instead I have a buggy, which is a complete piece of shit, so who knows, man. No, that's 13, Roboto. XIII is 13.
Unit offline.
Missiles will smash him. Launchers will bust their dial. Missiles will smash him. Gonna brain him.
Unit offline.
Taking position. Buggy roll. They kill
Unit offline.
Skedaddling. Your command. Your command. Brotherhood.
Yeah, I don't understand this deck. I don't understand this deck at all. It just isn't good versus anything. Jade is not a particularly great anti-vehicle unit. Like, that's not a good... It's not good as your heavy anti-vehicle. Buggy is definitely terrible as your heavy anti-infantry. So it's just bad versus most... And Seth is like one of the worst commanders in the game right now. Seth is definitely like third best Nod commander. Because Jade is terrible. But I think it's worse than Kane and Oksana. Alright, well there we go. We lost, we threw one game and then we played against the Giga that we could literally never beat. Because Giga is fucking broken.
You are victorious.
But this deck is horrible. Like you gotta replace the buggy, man. The buggy's so bad. At the very least, you have to replace the buggy with something that doesn't suck. I just don't know why. Like, the thing about Nod is there are so many good Nod decks. Like, this is a good Nod deck. This is a good Nod deck. This is a good Nod deck. Why would you ever just, like, there's so many good Nod decks. Like, just play one of the legitimately already good decks. You don't need to, like, reinvent the wheel with Nod. There's like 5 or 6 tier 1 decks in Nod. So just play one of those. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you next time.